No. About 2 months ago, I decided it was time to part ways with the wagon. It ticked every box that I was looking for at the time. I'd always wanted a sleeper, if you can call it that, with all the STI bits it had bolted onto it. Mainly though, I just wanted something with a little bit more space so I could throw a mountain bike on the top of it, and still have room in the back to take the golden pig everywhere with me. After the novelty of all the whooshy intake noises wore off though, I kinda missed having all of the mod cons like cruise control, sat-nav, and well, just a functioning stereo that can pick up frequencies higher than 88.6 FM. Fucking Jap imports, man. The idea was to go for an M2, but after a balls up with an excellent trader who I cannot recommend highly enough, I started to look at M140s, simply because you seem to get a hell of a lot more bang for your buck, especially with the budget that I had. I could go for a top spec 140 rather than an entry level M2, and still have a bit of change left over for some extra goodies. So the hunt began, and after 2 weeks I realised that finding the car with a perfect spec probably wasn't going to happen. I wanted a sub 30,000 mile 3-door car in grey or silver. Yep, I know, boring colours, leave me alone. In the cabin it had to have the Harman Kardon audio upgrade as well as the ProNav. I really don't understand why you'd spec one of these cars without the big screen, but you know, it seems like 90% of everyone who's ever bought one has decided against it. It's probably the fact that it was like a £2,000 option, but if it's something that you're going to use every day, surely it's worth it, right? Anyway, the only other option that I wanted, which I know isn't to everyone's taste, is the coral red leather. If you're not a fan of it in pictures, it really isn't that bad in person. I think it goes well with most paints, except for maybe Estoril blue? Or red. Or orange, come to think of it as well. Any other options that came with the car would be the icing on the cake, but like I said earlier, it was proving to be quite difficult to find an exact spec. Reason being that both the red leather interior and the silver paint were discontinued in late 2017. That meant I was looking for a fairly rare 3-door car, in comparison to the 5 anyway, in one of the rarest colour schemes which was only available for 12 months, with upgrades that 9 out of 10 people didn't even bother choosing. Just saying that back to myself sounds so stupid, no wonder it's took so long to find one, Luke. I thought I'd hit the jackpot a couple of times, but they'd either have the red interior and no other options, or they'd be fully kitted out and just have the plain old black leather. Anyway, I bit the bullet, compromised a little, and left a deposit on a showroom quality silver M140i, with a HK audio and ProNav, but unfortunately it had the black leather. Reason being was because I'd actually spotted a red interior on eBay, and I was just going to buy that and swap it out. Turns out though that showroom quality in Scotland actually means front end damage, scratches all over, including on the spoiler, like how the hell is that even possible? A rattly exhaust, which they're prone to anyway, and a wheel which had been refurbished in a completely different shade of grey. It literally was 50 shades of grey, this car, man. Unreal. Apparently when you're spending 20k with Arnold Clark, they don't polish them up unless they're covering up a really crap front end repair. Safe to say, I walked away from that one. I was giving up hope by this point, so I typed out one last post on the 140i forum to see if anyone was willing to part ways with their motor before listing it up for sale. And after sifting through about 50 people offering me everything but what I was after, I got this message, and well, after a little back and forth over a couple of weeks, I bought it. Grey, red, 3-door, Pro Nav, Harman Kardon, and 23,000 miles. That's all the boxes ticked, but we aren't stopping there. It also comes with an M Performance exhaust, an arcade diffuser which absolutely transforms the look of the back end, adaptive suspension, and some other nice little touches like black kidney grills and black whatever you call these bits of trim. They're normally silver. Sam, the lad who I bought it off, was even kind enough to throw in an unfitted KSB front splitter, which I was looking at buying anyway. Apart from a set of rear tyres then, this thing is absolutely perfect, and it's proof that if you wait long enough, the right car will crop up, even if it did take a little longer than I would have liked it to. I'd love to say I've got lots of plans for it, but to be honest, the majority of cosmetic tweaks I was planning on doing have already been done, like grills, diffuser, and tints, etc. And it'll probably take me quite a while to get bored of launching it absolutely everywhere I go. Still, that doesn't mean I don't have a house full of parts ready to fit. Nah. It definitely needs an LSD before doing some serious driving in it though, I've noticed, that's for sure. And it'd be nice to unleash a bit more noise through them pipes without going full Asbo and cutting up that spenny MPE exhaust. Anyway, I've got a couple of things planned now at Sat on the Drive, so if you want to see some more mediocre M140i content, be sure to stick around and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!